Welcome to Making a Murderer, Rubberducky YouTube channel. Welcome back, everyone, to RD Making a Murderer. This has been our daily MaM reading, and we're doing the CASO Investigative Reports, and we're on page 481. We're going to read through 490, and it's part 49. Page 481. We hear, no questions? Okay. Fastbender, anytime. I want you to take those cards with you. Anytime you do, you give us, either of us, a call. You to talk. I'm gonna put my cell phone number on here, okay? But you gotta do me a favor. You can't give that to anybody else except your mom if she wants it, okay? I answer that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if it's tonight at 3 a.m. in the morning and you can't sleep and you need someone to talk to, or if you forgot to tell me something, or if you just need someone to talk to, you call me. If it's Saturday night, 8 o'clock at night, needing someone to talk to, you call me. Any time of the day or night, okay? If you just need somebody to come pick you up, give you a ride somewhere, get you out of the house, I'd be willing to do that for you too, okay? That's yours, and this is Tom's. Do you have any questions? Okay. Should we let you go back to 8th-hour class? Is that what you want to do? Brendan, yeah. What class do you have? Brendan, Earth Science. Earth Science? What's that about? Brendan, it's about rock and those kind of... do you like that class? Brendan, yeah. Okay. Fastbender, this is yours. I don't know if you throw it in your locker or whatever, but you're obviously free to take this. So again, we're not going to leave you high and dry. We'll talk to your mom about this. We want to be there if you need something. If you feel you need to talk to someone, counselor, anything like that, a counselor, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? You let her know, and you call us. Brendan, okay. Do you feel like you want to hurt yourself or anything at this time? No? Okay. Page 482. Fastbender, you should be proud of yourself, Uyghur. You should be. Fastbender, I certainly would be if it was your parents. Fastbender, okay. It's been the most difficult thing you just did. Uyghur, I'm proud of you. Fastbender, all right, bud? Uyghur, you need something? Call us, okay? All right. Why don't you take those along? Fastbender, I go get your dean of students and then we're ending this interview at 14:14 hours. This is the end of the interview. I then requested Brendan to fill out a written statement, which Brendan did, and signed both of the written statements. It should be noted there are 2 pages of written statements. After Brendan finished with the written statement, Special Agent Fassbender contacted Brendan's mother, Barbara, and requested that she come to the high school to meet with us. It should be noted that Brendan requested that he be able to go back to his 8th-hour class, which he was allowed to do. Brendan's mother, Barbara, did show up at the school, at which time an interview was conducted with Barbara. For more information on that interview, please see Special Agent Fassbender's report. At approximately 1500 hours, Brendan did return to the conference room. We then asked Barbara and Brendan if they would be willing to go to the Two Rivers Police Department with us to do a second videotaped interview. Both Brendan and Barbara agreed. We then gave them a ride to the Two Rivers Police Department. We arrived at the Two Rivers Police Department at approximately 15:15 hours. Upon arrival at the police department, we asked Brendan and Barbara if Brendan would like Barbara to sit in the room during the interview, and also asked Barbara if she wished to sit in the interview. Barbara stated that it was not necessary for her to sit in the interview room, and Brendan stated he did not care if his mother was there or not. Page 483. At approximately 15:21 hours, Special Agent Fassbender and I met with Brendan alone in the interview room at Two Rivers Police Department. Prior to speaking with Brendan, we did read his Miranda rights from a waiver form that was provided to us by Two Rivers Police Department. Brendan agreed to waive his rights and speak with us and sign the Miranda form. It should be noted that I read him the Miranda form and explained it to him. Brendan did initial both areas of the Miranda form. A copy of that form will be included with this report. At that time, We did begin interviewing Brendan and informed him that the interview was being taped. For more information on the second interview of Brendan, please see the videotape. After finishing the interview with Brendan, we did take Brendan back to the Mishkat Fire Station, where we met with several other detectives. We did make arrangements for Barbara and Brendan to stay at Fox Hill Resort on the night of 02/27/06 for their safety. Investigation continues. Investigator Mark Weger, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 484. Type of activity: interview of Brendan Dassey at Two Rivers Police Department. Date of activity: 02/27/06. Reporting Officer Investigator Mark Weger. Weger. All right, Brendan. One thing I'm going to ask you to do is when you start talking, you're going to have to speak up right now, like I am. So the mics, they won't pick up real well. But before we ask any questions, Brendan, I have read you your rights. It's just what we have to do. Steps, okay? Before we can ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have him with you during questioning. You have the right to advice and presence of a lawyer even though you cannot afford to hire one. We have no way of getting you a lawyer, but one will be appointed for you if you wish, and if and when you go to court. If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering questions anytime. You have the right to stop answering questions anytime until you talk to a lawyer. I've read the above statement of my rights. I understand what my rights are. I'm willing to answer questions and to make statements. I do not want a lawyer. I understand. I know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure of any kind has been used against me. Do you agree with that? Brendan. Yeah. Weir. You have to speak up a little bit. Brendan. Yeah. Weir. Yes. Brendan. Yes. Weir. Then if you agree with making a statement, I need you to sign right there. And if you want to read it, you can read it there. Pause. Why don't you put your initials here and put your initials here? These are the two things I read to you. Pause. Okay. I'm just going to put the place up here, Two Rivers Police Department, and the date is 2/27/06, and the time is approximately 3:21 p.m. Okay, let's put that over there for now. Brendan, just a few things, okay? We're going to talk to you. We're going to talk about what you had initially told us earlier, okay? Can you state your full name with middle initial and date of birth? Brendan. Brendan Ray Dassey, and then 10/19/89. Page 485. Weird. How old are you? Brendan. 16. Weird. Okay. What's your address, Brendan? Brendan. 12930A Avery Road. Weird. What city? Brendan. Wisconsin. Weird. Okay, Brendan, do you know the difference between a truth and lie? Brendan. Yeah. Weird. What does the truth mean to you? Brendan. The truth is something that is like something that's true, like something that really happened. Weird. Okay. And you have to speak up again, okay? And what's a lie? Brendan. It's something that's false. Okay. So if I said that I was wearing a red shirt, would that be a truth or a lie? Brendan. A lie. And if I said that Tom has on a green tie on, is that a truth or a lie? Brendan. Truth. Weird. Okay. Do you agree to tell us the truth today? Brendan. Yeah. Weird. And if we ask you something you don't know the answer to, just tell us you don't know. Brendan. Yeah. Page 486. Weird. Okay. Who do you all live with, Brendan? Brendan. My mom and my three brothers. Weird. Your mom and your three brothers? What are your three brothers' names? Blaine, Bobby, and Brian? Weird. Okay. Who lived next door to you? Brendan. Steven. Weird. Steven who? Brendan. Avery. Weird. Okay. And how's he related to you? Brendan. Um, my sister's brother. Uyghur. So that makes him what to you? Brennan. My uncle? Uyghur. Okay. What we want to talk to you about, Brendan, like we had talked about before, is October 31st of 2005, okay? Do you remember that day? Brendan, yeah. Uyghur. Okay. Tell us about that day when you came home from school, okay? Let's start with when you came home from school. How did you get home from school, Brennan? I got off the bus at 3:45. I walked. I seen a Jeep down by our house. And I went into the house and I played PlayStation 2 for 2 hours, 3 hours. I ate at 8 o'clock. I got a phone call from Steven. And he asked me if I wanted to go to the bonfire next to Dassey's garage. And I said, yeah. And then he told me to bring the golf cart over, so I did. And then he drove me around to find some stuff. And I got the van seat and some wood. And I seen her toe we dropped the seat off. And later on, I seen her forehead and her belly. Weird. Okay, I'm just going to stop you there. You said when we got home, you saw her Jeep. Whose Jeep was that, do you think? Page 487. Brendan. Hers. Uyghur. Who's her? Brendan. Teresa Habach. Uyghur. Okay. Do you remember what it looked like? Brendan. Green and good shape. Uyghur. Okay. So then you went outside later on that night after you got a call from Stephen, you said. Brendan. Yeah. Uyghur. What time was that, Brendan? At 9:30. Uyghur. 9:30 at night? Brendan. Yeah. Uyghur. And what date was that on? Brendan. October 31st. Uyghur. Okay. And was there a fire already going on at that time? Brendan. Yeah. Uyghur. And who was at the fire at that time? Brendan. Stephen. Uyghur. Anybody else? Brendan. No. Uyghur. Okay. So from there, you said you went and got some things. What kind of things did you get? Page 488. Brendan, like some wood and like a broken cabinet. Weird. And how did you pick those up? Brendan, we picked them up with our hands and put them in a golf cart. Weird. Okay. And where did you take them? Brendan, over by the fire and we set it on the ground. Weird. Okay. Now you said before you saw something in the fire. What did you see? Brendan, her foot, her toes. Weird. You have to speak a little louder. Brendan, I seen her toes. Okay. Weird. Okay. Fassbender, describe where you saw them. Brendan, like on the side of the fire. Fassbender, and what? Was it under something? Brendan, under some tires and some branches. Fassbender, okay. Has Stephen brought something out to tend the fire with at all? Brendan, some gas. Fassbender, did he use gases to make a go? Brendan, yeah. Fassbender, did he bring some tools out too? Brendan, like a shovel and a page 489. Fassbender, okay. Uyghur, did you see anything else in the fire besides toes? Brendan, a hand and the forehead and her belly. Weird. Did it look like she was in one piece, or did it look like she was chopped up, or what did it look like, Brendan? In one piece? Weird. When you say you saw her belly, how do you know it was her belly, Brendan? It looks some fat or something? Weird. How did you know it was her forehead, Brendan? Because there's like some squiggly lines on it? Weird. Who had been in the... If I had to draw a picture, could you draw like that pit area and kind of draw in what you saw and where you saw it? Okay, how about if I do that now? I'll give you the pen, Fassbender. This fire pit was located where, Brendan? In the back of his in behind the garage. Fassbender, behind Stephen's garage? Brendan, yeah. Pause. Weird. Okay. Put an H where his house would be and a G where his garage would be. So what you drew here, can you just explain what you drew here, Brennan? That she's covered with branches and her tires. Where were you standing when you saw her? Put an X there, Brennan. like right here, page 490. Weird. And could you put your initials so I know that's you, and maybe another X where he's standing? Brendan, like right here, right there. Weird. Okay, Fassbender. And then you guys put more stuff on the fire? Brendan, yeah, when it went down. Fassbender, and what did you put on it again? Brendan, the van seat. Fassbender, okay. And how was it that you were able to see her? Were things moved around, or if just when the fire went down? Brendan, well, he moved it around and I could see it. Weird. How did he move it around? Brendan, with a shovel? Weird. So explain to me what you mean he moved it around. Tell me what you mean. Brendan, he like shifted it around, like kinda smoothed it over. Weird. Do you think you can demonstrate for us what you saw him do? Brendan, like that. Weird. Okay. And when he did that, what did you see? Brendan, her fingers and her head, her forehead. Weird. Okay, what happened next? Brendan, he went into the garage and I went to his house, got the garbage bags. Right before that, was before he stuck the other stuff on there. Thank you for staying with me on this read. We've completed part 49 of the Daily MaM reading, the CASO Investigative Reports. And also, thank you so much for your time and effort that you take to support Brendan and Steven and our channel as well. And with that, if you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. Thank you and have a great night.